Durkheim's perspective on education. Functionalist sociologist Émile Durkheim saw education as performing two major functions in advanced industrial societies: transmitting the shared values of society and simultaneously teaching the specialized skills for an economy based on a specialized division of labor. Durkheim, a French sociologist, was writing at the turn of the 20th century, late 19th and early 20th, and he believed that schools were one of the few institutions uniquely poised to assist with the transition from traditional society based on mechanical, face-to-face solidarity to modern society, which was much larger in scale and based on organic, more abstract solidarity, education, and the transmission of shared values. According to Durkheim, society can survive only if there exists among its members a sufficient degree of homogeneity. Education perpetuates and reinforces this homogeneity by fixing in the child from the beginning the essential similarities which collective life demands, Durkheim quoted in Haralambos 2013. Education does this by instilling a sense of social solidarity in the individual, which involves instilling a sense of belonging to wider society, a sense of commitment to the importance of working towards society's goals, and a feeling that society is more important than the individual. Durkheim argued that, to become attached to society, the child must feel in it something that is real, alive, and powerful, which dominates the person and to which he owes the best part of himself, Durkheim quoted in Haralambos 2013. Education, and in particular the teaching of history, provides this link between the individual and society. If history is taught effectively, it comes alive for children, linking them to their social past and developing in them a sense of commitment to the social group. Education and social rules. Durkheim argued that in complex societies, school serves a function which cannot be fulfilled by either the family, which is based on kinship, or friendship, which is based on personal choice. Being a member of wider society involves learning to get along with and cooperate with people who are neither our kin nor our friends. School is the only institution capable of preparing children for membership in wider society. It does this by enforcing a set of rules which are applied to all children, and children learn to interact with all other children on the basis of these shared rules. It thus acts like a society in miniature. Durkheim argued that school rules should be strictly enforced, with a series of punishments for those who broke the school rules, which reflected the seriousness of the damage done to the social group by the child who broke the rules. Durkheim also believed that by explaining why punishments were given for rule breakers, children would come to learn to exercise self-discipline not only because of fear of punishment, but also because they could see the damage their deviant behavior did to the group as a whole. According to Durkheim, social sciences such as sociology could play a role in making it clear to children the rational basis of social rules. It is by respecting the school rules that the child learns to respect rules in general, that he develops the habit of self-control and restraint simply because he should control and restrain himself. It is a first initiation into the austerity of duty. Serious life has now begun, Durkheim quoted in Haralambos 2013. Education and the division of labor. Durkheim argued that a second crucial function for education in an advanced industrial economy is the teaching of specialized skills required for a complex division of labor. In traditional pre-industrialized societies, skills could be passed on through the family or through direct apprenticeships, meaning formal education in school was not necessary. However, factory-based production in modern industrial society often involves the application of advanced scientific knowledge, which requires years of formal education to learn, thus schools become much more necessary. Another factor which makes school necessary in modern societies, according to Durkheim, is that social solidarity in industrial societies is based largely on the interdependence of specialized skills. The manufacture of a single product requires the combination of a variety of specialists. In other words, solidarity is based on cooperation between people with very different skill sets, and school is the perfect place for children to learn to get along with people from different backgrounds. Taking the above 2 points together, Durkheim argues that schools provide the necessary homogeneity for social survival and the necessary diversity for social cooperation. Evaluations of Durkheim. Postmodernists might criticize Durkheim for his assumption that society needs shared values. Britain has become much more multicultural in recent decades, and the extent to which there is a single British culture is debatable. There are whole communities which are largely cut off from mainstream culture, as evidenced in the case of ethnic segregation in Oldham. Marxists would be a bit more cynical about the relationship between school and work. According to Durkheim, school is a neutral institution which simply transmits values and skills to individuals which enable the economy to run smoothly. According to Bowles and Gintis's correspondence principle, this is a much darker process. School teaches working-class kids to be passive, making them easier to exploit in later life. Ken Robinson, in his Changing Education Paradigms talk, makes a number of criticisms of the contemporary education system. He argues it's failing too many kids. Liberals such as Ivan Illich would even question the view that we need schools to transmit complex skills. In Deschooling Society, he suggested that we could learn work-related skills in a much more decentralized way, something which is even more possible today in the age of online learning.